Hello and welcome back to another video on Lego Access's channel. Now today, for the Lego minifigures one, I thought we'd do something a little bit different. So we're going to look at the comparisons for the characters. We've got Hagrid, Lucius Malfoy, the Dementors, only to name a few, and the ones that we will be doing in this episode, and we'll be looking at two other figures in the meantime as well. So we're going to have some really good figures. So I thought we'll start off with Hagrid. So you have got the earlier Hagrid right here, who is yellow obviously, but he still catches what Hagrid is, and this bulk here has obviously been used quite a lot. And then you have a little older Hagrid. Now there is one in between these two that was only released in the fourth or the third, I think it was, Hagrid's hut. That is really cool, but I'm afraid I can't show you this one. It is very similar to this one, just with a white face. So if you can picture a white face with this one, I might flash one up on the screen if I can remember. But yeah, so you got these two here, and then you got the new one that was recently released. And if you were wondering, this one did start in my little animation that I did quite recently of the Hogwarts animation. Now, before we do this, we've got to address the elephant in the room. They have never made a figure for Fang. Where is the figure for Fang? They've made a figure for Fluffy, they've made all these other ones, but what we've been lacking, and what I would have expected to see in some of these Hagrid's huts, is a figure for Fang. Fang is a necessity. They've done one for Norbert. Where is Fang? They've done one for Buckbeak. We have not got a Fang. But into the comparison of the characters, you can see that they've all got the same sort of build. This one is very much changed from these two. You've got this brownness that comes through obviously in all of them, and I feel like these two are a lot better than this one, because I feel like this one just makes Hagrid seem too small and not as giant, and these two really make him seem as giant. So I actually prefer this one to this one. His beard's not as bushy, not as what you would expect of Hagrid, but this one really is. I like the way that they've made this into a more of a hairpiece than this one. Obviously that is better, but if they could have captured this one and this one, it would have been really good. Now they've got the crossbow. Obviously they've actually put a pink umbrella. In the other ones they don't have a pink umbrella, so that, well, they do have a pink umbrella, but it's not actually, it's made out of Lego. And I thought that Lego moving towards making some of these objects out of Lego, but for this one they clearly haven't, and that is a bit of a shock to me. I would have expected them to keep up with the making of the umbrella, especially as they're making more magical creatures out of Lego and promoting that more. Personally, my favourite out of all of them is this one, then this one, then this one, purely because these ones are more realistic than this one. Obviously this one's a yellow face, and that's what Lego's meant to be, but they are all really good, and I think for the time that one there was a really good make. So, but that is my analysis on the Hagrid. Now on to the next one, we have the Dementors. I did mention this in a previous video, but I thought it will be clear to go through this again. So we've got the green Dementors, you've got the Dementor quite similar but more grey, and then you've got this Dementor. Now, personally for me, before we say anything, this Dementor here has got a really cool stand. These ones don't, and I actually had to put the stand on this one just to make it stand up. So that one's not very good. It's not meant to be green, it's meant to be grey. If you've read the books, it's meant to be more grey like this, not green. I think that green's more like underwatery, sea creature-y, and that is not what the Dementors are. But the arms of this one are a bit more feeble. They're both similar. I actually like the arms of that one a bit more, and I think the way that they've done like the body of this one, if we can lift this up right there like that, is actually a really cool way of doing it, and just replacing it with a t-shirt of doing it, it's not actually as cool. The piece at the bottom is really cool, and I think that's a really good action, but this one's more like what you would expect a Dementor to be. So I think a morph of them would be much better for this fantastical Dementors. I'm not going, they are really good, but I thought that they could have been better, so that is why I think they can have been better. So that is my analysis on the Dementors. Let's move these ones a bit further back. Now finally we have an analysis on Lucius Malfoy. Now this might come into a shocker of you, but Lucius Malfoy looks a lot different in the first one towards the second one. Now, I know you're going to be like, oh, that's nowhere near like Lucius Malfoy. And this one is much better. Now, you're only saying that because if you watch the films, this one is a much closer representation to the actual one in the film, and what is going to be the long hair and everything. But in the books, he could have easily been noticed as this one. And if this one had been in a film, you would have done that. They're both really, really good characters, but I think if you look at the sneers, this one's got like a more like, okay, I'm more angry, I'm more like sneerful. And this is, I think these two here are representations of the Chamber of Secrets. And what I want to see from the next Lucius Malfoy character, as of course is happening right now, I want to see like his fear of, in the 6th and 7th book, and capture his fear of Voldemort and his realization of him not wanting to be a Death Eater anymore. And it's a really cool scene to capture in the Harry Potter sets. Now, obviously the long hair, short hair is the major issue. One of them's yellow, one of them, so this one's more realistic. And the wand, yet again, we don't have anything closer to the new wands that I much prefer than these sticks, because it's much more, well, let's see, look, I've got Sirius here, and you can obviously see that his wand looks much better than these ones. So I do really want to see a Lucius Malfoy character captured differently, but I am really happy with all the characters that you've got on show here. So that is going to wrap it up for another video. These videos are released every Sunday, and for the next few weeks, every Sunday there should be a new video of this one, so stay tuned for that. I think they're going to be released around 4 to 5 p.m. or no, 3 to 4 p.m. And if you really like Lego and you really want to watch this, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. The giveaway will be coming soon, don't you worry. There will be a link in my channel description once the link becomes available. I'll be posting more on that soon. So thank you guys, and I'll see you later. Bye.